Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you all of the fragrances I have warmed in my home over the last week. I am an independent Scentsy consultant, so some of the things you hear me talk about today can be found on my website, which is linked down in the description box below. So this week I continued to melt through some of what's coming up in the spring-summer catalog, and I also melted a lot of vendor and other companies' waxes because I was not having a good week. And if I'm to be honest, I left the waxes from the upcoming spring and summer catalog that I don't really enjoy to the end. And so I'm kind of at that point where I'm like, don't want to be melting what I have of what's left in my stash of the spring summer catalog. And so I'm just going to be slowly incorporating the last few. I don't believe there is very much left, but I'll try to do them over the next week or so. This coming Wednesday, the Spring Summer Catalog does go live, so those fragrances that I talked to you about that are coming up will be available on Wednesday. But yeah, I've got a nice selection here, so let's get into it. First off, in the open concept, I did Pineapple Mango. For reference, I do have two warmers in my open concept. I have a warmer that's directly behind me on my entertainment center, and I have one that's directly that way, closer to the kitchen. And both are full-size warmers. And my house is rather small. I have low ceilings. So I did 6 cubes. That's what I had left in here. Pineapple Mango is sweet pineapple, juicy mango, and passion flower. This, for me, last year was a light medium performer. I do really enjoy it, but it has been sitting in my stash for almost a year now, and it's cured rather nicely. It was a strong performer in my house this time around. I do really enjoy this one. That being said, I did not opt to club this fragrance because I found that my combination of Pineapple Pucker and Go-Go Mango was pretty close to this and was a stronger performer. And since Pineapple Mango is something that I do put in my club, it made sense for me to just not club this one. This is a really nice one though. So if I didn't have the Pineapple Pucker, I definitely purchase more of that. But I'm good with my Pineapple Pucker and Go-Go Mango. I did a vendor wax in my bedroom. This is Rose Girls Tenacious Toadette. This is Sugar Plum Punch Cherry Cola Cotton Candy Frosting. This to me was pretty much just cherry cola. It was strong cherry cola. And that's pretty much what I smell in the bag as well. I don't know what Sugar Plum Punch is supposed to smell like, but this to me is just cherry cola. Now my daughter said she got a medicinal cherry fragrance, but I didn't, so yeah, that was nice in my bedroom on that one day. I have the Easter Day bars in here, Easter collection, and so I'll go through those as well. Forgot to mention that up front, but this is the first one we did. It was a pink berry fluff. And so for this one, I don't have the scent notes in front of me, but check the subtitle down below. This, to me, is very perfumey, very perfumey. It's very similar also to me to the Starburst Sky from the Valentine's Day collection, which is coming off of the catalog effective March 1st. So if you enjoy any of those bars, make sure you add them to your club or make your last minute purchases. This to me is just perfumey. I don't smell any pink berries. I think pink berry is in there, and vanilla marshmallow, I think it is. I don't smell any of that. I smell perfume. It doesn't smell fruity to me. Yeah, didn't enjoy that one. I did this one in the master bath. I did 4 cubes. I did sample out a cube. So I did 4 cubes in the master bath. I started with 2. Normally that's how many I do in the master bath. With 2, this was super light. I could barely smell it. So I added 2 more cubes. And then it gave off a light. Yeah, I would say light. I wouldn't say it was even close to medium, but it was light. fragrance for like 3 days. It was kind of strange because even though it was light, it did waft out of the master bath into the master bedroom and even down the hall. But it was light and it was very perfumey. This is not the type of perfume that I enjoy smelling either. So this is not a repurchase for me. But yeah, that's Pink Berry Fluff. In the open concept, we did Pina Colada Cha Cha. It's coconut, pineapple, white rum, and vanilla bean. I definitely get coconut right off the bat. There's hardly any pineapple fragrance in here for me. I do pick up a hint of vanilla. And I'm not a drinker, so I don't really know what white rum is supposed to smell like. But I don't really get a boozy note off of this. It's nice. It was a medium performer out here in my open concept area. Very heavy on the coconut with just a slight touch of pineapple. This is not a favorite of mine. But I did enjoy it out here in the open concept. And like I said, these bars that I have for the upcoming spring summer catalog have been sitting in my stash since last year. So they're at least 6 months old. So take that into consideration when I tell you about the strength and throw, because the curing time does make a difference. Out here in the open concept, I also did By the Sea. And actually, I only did 4 cubes of Pina Colada Cha Cha. So I did 4 cubes in the warmer by the kitchen. And then the same day, I did 4 cubes of By the Sea in the entertainment center. By the Sea, I cannot melt on its own. By the Sea is very salty sea air to me. And if I put too much in my open concept area, it becomes overwhelming. Now with the 4 cubes out here in the open concept area, it was not super salty to me, which was very nice. This was actually quite nice with just the 4 cubes and the 1 warmer. This is, I believe it's in the fresh category. Yes, Ocean Air and Seaside Grass. And it's actually making me consider purchasing a little bit more of this. Now, By the Sea was not one that I clubbed. I opted for Sandswept instead because that to me is not as salty as this one. But when I had this one going that day, I don't know if it's because I just had a lower amount of cubes out here in my open concept and it wasn't the only fragrance I was melting. And that, you know, I had the Pina Colada Cha Cha going as well. I didn't find that it was like mixing in the air hardly at all. Like I could distinctly smell By the Sea, and then when I moved closer to the kitchen, it was Pina Colada Cha Cha. I didn't really smell a mixture. But this was rather nice. It was really fresh. And so yeah, I'd consider purchasing a little bit more of that one. I did finish off my clam of By the Sea. In my bedroom, I did a Pink Zebra. So I've had trouble with this particular one. This is Rejuvenate Eucalyptus and Evergreen. Restore and revitalize with notes of fresh eucalyptus and evergreen. This I got off of their Black Friday sale. This is very nice. It's very heavy on the eucalyptus with a slight touch of evergreen. In the container, I really, really enjoy it, but I have a hard time getting this one to throw. So what I had done was I mixed it with some leftover Just Breathe from the other week. I did keep that wax. When I do enjoy a wax, I will save it. So like Just Breathe we did out here in the open concept area. Was it last week or the week before? And normally when I do wax out here in the open concept area, it's 1 day. Whether it has fragrance left in it or not, I will change it out. Sometimes if I enjoy the fragrance, I will save the wax and take it to my room and remelt it there. And this was one of those cases. So I took the Just Breathe, which is a mix of eucalyptus, lemon, and a medley of mints. I think I talked to you about that one last week or the week before. It is coming back in the spring summer catalog. I didn't put it in my basket here because it was leftover wax from a previous melt. But I took what was the equivalent of 3 cubes, so from one of the warmers, 3 cubes of the Just Breathe, and then I added 2 scoops of the pink zebra. Now 2 scoops to me is the equivalent of 2 cubes of Scentsy. That seems to be about the same amount, just based on how much wax fills up the warmer when I'm melting it. So 1 scoop is one cube, 2 scoops, 2 cubes. And so that's what I did. I added 2 scoops of pink zebra to the 3 cubes of Just Breathe that was left over from a previous warm. I put it on my Polar Panorama warmer, which can hold 5 cubes, and I got a very light scent throw. So what I did was I moved it from the Polar Panorama to a tea light warmer, because I do find pink zebra works better for me on a tea light, and even that was still light. So I definitely think this has to be on a tea light in order for it to perform. But I've tried this on tea light on its own, and it still is really light performance for me. So I'm just going to enjoy the rest of what I have and then be done with it. I wouldn't repurchase this one. But I do like the fragrance on cold. It's unfortunate that I can't get this to perform in my room. So then in my room, I decided to try Rose Girls. And this is the Calm Before the Storm, Eucalyptus, Rain, and Zen. And this is really lovely. I enjoy these like fresh fragrances with the eucalyptus. It was really nice. It was nice and strong, nice and fresh, refreshing, and yeah, really enjoyed that one. Would definitely repurchase. So that's the Calm Before the Storm, and it just so happens that it is now storming. It's actually raining outside right now. It has been raining for the last few days. We are experiencing a winter storm, so I had melted that before the storm had come, and so it was really nice timing. So then in the master bath, we did another one of the Easter bars. This is Violet Spun Sugar. Again, I don't have the scent notes in front of me, but check right here. This is very, very sweet. It's sugar sweet. I believe there's a touch of violet there somewhere. And some berries. I would say I get the sweetness first, then the berry, and then whatever floral is in there. This one's actually quite nice. This bar was the strongest of the 3 Easter bars. I did 1 of these cubes in the smaller bathroom. I'll tell you about the master bath later, because I actually melted this one twice this week. And then I gave 1 of the cubes away. So that's why there's 3 cubes missing. It's been one of those weeks. That's why I'm having a hard time remembering what I did. So I did 1 cube in the smaller bathroom first. Super strong. Lasted like 3.5, 4 days. Really, really nice. It was super sweet. And yeah, I quite enjoyed that. And so then later in the week, I decided to try to do a mix with this one. And so I did 1 cube of this in the master bath, with a cube of whipped vanilla lavender, which is coming in the spring summer catalog. This was out for the first time in the Mother's Day collection last year, and lavender is not my favorite, but I know somewhere out there is a lavender violet bar that Scentsy had out in a previous collection, and I thought, well, you know, I'm trying to get rid of this bar because I do not like it. I had just a little bit left, and so I'm always like trying to mix it because I don't like it on its own. This to me is very, very lavender. I don't smell any vanilla. And so yeah, so I did 1 cube of this with 1 cube of the Violet Spun Sugar from the Easter collection, and this was weak. It was surprisingly weak. Adding the whipped vanilla lavender to the Violet Spun Sugar bar basically obliterated all fragrance there was. It was very light to start off with, and then it didn't even last a day. So yeah, that was kind of strange considering how strong the Violet Spun Sugar was in my smaller bathroom with just 1 cube. Mixing it with the whipped vanilla lavender, like, basically killed it. So yeah, unfortunately I won't be able to do this combo again because it's a waste of wax. I mean, even though I don't enjoy the whipped vanilla lavender, I don't want to just melt it and not have any fragrance. So I'll find some other mix for the last 2 cubes that I have. But yes, I quite enjoyed the vanilla violet spun sugar. To me, though, it smells very similar to what I get with Pink Sugar Berry Mint or the Angel 624 bar. Just sugar sweet and berries, with a slight hint of floral there. But like I said, this was the strongest of the Easter bars. So then in the open concept, I did the one that I was most excited for out of the Easter collection, and that's the Mandarin Zest. So this, I believe, has mandarin and pear and some vanilla. This, to me, smells very juicy, like a juicy mandarin. Unfortunately, it was on the lighter side, so I did use 7 cubes out of this container, and then I sampled out 1. It was very, very juicy. It reminded me of the orange juice bars that we used to get when I was a kid at Disneyland. When we would go on vacation to Disneyland, and they would, at the little, like, you know, push carts, sell those orange juice bars. I think they were from Dole. They had them when I was younger, and then I think they switched to strawberry. But the orange juice bars, that's what this smells like to me. Really, really juicy, citrusy fragrance. Even using the whole bar, I got a nice medium. So I'm hoping that with a little bit more cure time, this will get a little stronger. But I quite enjoyed this fragrance. Out of the Easter bars, this is the one that I will be clubbing. Like I said, the Violet Splen Sugar was the strongest, and I did enjoy it, but like I also said, it's very similar to Pink Sugar Berry Mint and the Angel 64 bar, which I have the Angel 64 bar already in my club, and so I will be clubbing this one. I did quite enjoy it. I'm hoping it gets a lot stronger. Even a smidgen stronger would help. But yeah, I used 7 out of 8 cubes in the open concept, got a nice medium, and so I was quite happy with that one. The next day in the open concept, I did another Vander Wax. This is Rose Girls, Turquoise Sky, Yankee Candle type. This is Musk, Ocean, Freesia, Lily, Seagrass, and Softwood. Yankee Candle's Turquoise Sky is a favorite of mine. And this is what it smells like. So I do actually have the candle. So I have the Yankee Candle Turquoise Sky. We ended up doing this one at night. This is slightly different. It's got that signature Yankee Candle, like, fresh fragrance. Like all of the Yankee Candles that I have that are kind of like this, where it's aquatic and fresh, have a similar smell, and I'm not sure what that smell is, but I quite enjoy it, and that smell is what this is missing, but it's pretty similar, and so I'm very happy with this. Quite enjoyed it, and yes, would definitely be a repurchase. So that is the Turquoise Sky Yankee Candle type from Rose Girls. In my bedroom right now, like I said before, I have 3 warmers in my bedroom, but I only turn on 1 warmer at a time. So I have 2 full-size warmer, a bulb warmer, an element warmer, and a tea light warmer. And so the tea light warmer I usually do during the day, and then at night I will turn on one of the electric warmers. And so the Polar Panorama needed some wax because I had emptied it out from the Just Breathe and the Pink Zebra, and so I decided to pop in one of last summer's fragrances that is not returning, but it is in my club, and that is Summer Holiday. This has a bunch of scent notes. I think Tiger Lily is one of them. Plumeria is another. This fragrance is so hard to describe because to me it doesn't really smell floral. It smells creamy, And yeah, I don't know. I think there's some amber in there. It's just a really unique fragrance, and I really enjoy it. I did 2 cubes in my Polar Panorama, and it is super strong. It is coming out into the open concept area, and I really, really enjoy this. So every other night I turn this one on. The other warmer has the combination of Quiver and Lush Gardenia from the other week, and it is still going. So it's like on its like 8th or 9th evening. Now that being said, I only turn it on for about 6 or 7 hours in the evening, every other evening. So it's still doing a really good job. But I'm not going to club Quiver. I think I already told you that. I do enjoy my Lush Gardenia though, which is also another one that's not coming back. But I'm really, really enjoying this one. This is in my club, thankfully. And so, yes, that's going in my Polar Panorama at the moment. On the tea light in my bedroom, I did a fave from Goose Creek. And this is Minted Eucalyptus. And I don't have any scent notes for this. I only put scent notes on the bottom for Scentsy wax, so I'm not going to put scent notes down there for you. But this again is super eucalyptus-y with mint. Absolutely love this one. Would repurchase. I actually have 2 of their candles in this fragrance so that I can make wax melts out of it. I love it that much. 1 cube on the tea light, super strong, permeated my entire half of my house. Really, really enjoyed that. In the master bath, we did another one that's coming back from Scentsy, and this is Ariel Under the Sea. So this is actually going to be in the catalog come the spring summer season. This was an LTO last year. This is Emerald Water, Green Apple, and Blue Hibiscus. I haven't smelled the Blue Hibiscus. But this to me is mostly like salty sea water with that crispness of the green apple. And I don't really smell a floral. But I've told you before that hibiscus to me in general don't really have a smell. And I grew up around a lot of them. So yeah, this one's nice. I actually had this in my club for a bit. And I opted to take it out before I found out that it was going to be in the spring summer catalog, because I enjoyed last year's Valentine's Day bar, the You're the One bar, a bit better. It's similar but different. This to me was too much salty seawater, and so I opted not to have this one. But now, since it's going to be in the spring summer catalog, I have a bit more time to decide whether or not I enjoy this one. And so I'll probably be purchasing a bit more of this over the next catalog season to see. This is the last bar that I had in my stash of this. So I only have these 5 cubes left. But yeah, I would repurchase this one. And then now that it's available in the catalog, I can. In the open concept area, I did the scent of the month, which is pink coconut. So this is February scent of the month. I think there's some pink clay and coconut and Tahitian vanilla or something like that. Okay, to me, this smells like Hawaiian Tropic sunscreen. I get a distinct sunscreen note when I melted this. So I did 7 cubes out here in my open concept area. 3 in one warmer, 4 in the other. I got a very, very light scent throw with this and a very distinct sunscreen scent note. So I will not repurchase any more of this, unfortunately. I don't know that I've heard anybody else say that they've smelled sunscreen, but immediately, even on cold, it's Hawaiian Tropic sunscreen. Took me right back to when I was a kid and we'd have Hawaiian Tropic sunscreen and, you know, at the beach lathering up with the sunscreen. And yeah, no, not for me, unfortunately. So that's that one. I'm glad I did try it though. I was kind of hoping it would be one that I'd like, but unfortunately it was not. Currently, in the smaller bathroom, I have a cube of Clothesline going. Clothesline is a laundry type fragrance, but it is on the more floral side. So this is greens, orange flower, violet, and laundry. I do quite prefer this fragrance to Clean Breeze. Now, Clean Breeze I typically will use as a mixer. So if I want to mix something into a laundry fragrance, Clean Breeze is my go-to. Clothesline is the one that I would melt if I just wanted to have a nice, fresh fragrance in my home. Now, I will tell you that first day melt, 1 cube in my smaller bathroom, fragranced my almost entire home. I could smell it from right outside the master bathroom throughout my house. The only place I could not smell this was the master bathroom. Super strong. So that's 4 rooms, 4-room fragrance. First day. Second day, it was much lighter. It was only contained to the hallway right outside the smaller bathroom and the smaller bathroom, slightly into my bedroom, which is right across the smaller bathroom. And this, let me tell you, is with the door closed. So first day melt with the door closed. I could still smell it in my entire house. That's how strong this is. So melt with caution when you do Clothesline. But it is my preferred, like, fresh fragrance when I want to, like, freshen the air. Now, I've told you that I enjoy the Magnolia Linen for my laundry. I haven't actually tried the Clothesline. I may have to do that because I do quite enjoy this one. It's really, really nice. To me, it's not too floral, but I am a floral lover, so I'm probably a little bit more desensitized to the floral fragrances, especially because the floral fragrances I enjoy are not the ones most people enjoy. So like rose, gardenia, jasmine. Those are headache inducers for a lot of people. It is not for me, and they are my preferred type of floral fragrances. And so I quite enjoy the Clothesline and would definitely repurchase that one. But again, be cautious when you melt that one because first day warm is super strong. Yesterday in the open concept area, we did a destination wax. We did sugared spruce. So I did 3 cubes out here in the open concept area. A sweet and fresh blend of blue spruce, sweet berries, balsam, cedar, and sugared vanilla. So I quite enjoy blue spruce. I found that over the last holiday season. This was part of my very first order from Destination Wax. Pour date on this is July 5th, 2022. And this is like a sweet tree. It's kind of an odd sensation. I much prefer not to have a sweet tree fragrance. I mean, I guess my like go-to fragrance for Christmas tree type are kind of sweet, but not this sweet. Like this is like sugar sweet with tree. So I will not repurchase this one. But I'm glad that I tried it. So I'll have one more melt of that. But yeah, not a repurchase. In my bedroom, on the tea light, I did Super Tarts, Jaws, and Black Rain. So I got the BAM bag in this last summer. This is sea salt, ozone, seagrass, plum, pear, blackberry, and rain. So I did one of these chunks on the tea light. And this is like super fresh. I can smell that blackberry. I can smell the rain. Definitely get that ozone. And I think the plum and the blackberry really like work well together. I quite enjoy this blend, and I'm glad that I got the BAM bag without even knowing what Jaws or Black Rain smelled like. But I've heard so many people say how much they enjoy the Jaws blend, and so I decided to take the plunge, and I'm so glad I did. I really enjoy this blend. Super strong on the tea light, and I quite enjoyed that one. In my bedroom on the tea light today, I have a Yankee Candle. This is Lakefront Lodge. I almost said Lakeside because I always say Lakeside. This is another like fresh aquatic fragrance. This does lean just a slight hint cologne-y for me, but it's not one of those cologne-y fragrances that I dislike. It's just really fresh and aquatic, and I really enjoy that. And this is super strong as well. It is wafting out of the bedroom into the open concept area, and I can smell it all the way to the end of the open concept area. So really enjoy this one. I did also purchase a candle out of that fragrance so that I can make wax melts, because for me that is the most cost-effective way to do that, unless they're on clearance. And so yeah, I gotten one of the candles on clearance and do intend on doing that, making my own wax melts out of it when my plugs are gone. So in the master bath currently, I have 2 cubes of the Disney True Love Awaits bar. This is coming back in the spring summer catalog. Ripe raspberry, sparkling mandarin, and sweet vanilla. So I definitely get the raspberry and the vanilla. I don't really get the sparkling mandarin. And this almost comes off to me as a bit florally. Like maybe it's a floral raspberry. It's got a little bit of powder as well, at least to my nose. This is not one that I enjoy. This is the only clam that I've had, so you can see. I did the 2 cubes in the master bath, and it's a medium performance in the master bath currently. Not a repurchase for me, but it is pleasant. So that's that one. And then today in the open concept area, I am doing my favorite Yankee Candle's Magical Frosted Forest. So you can see I've turned this candle into wax melts. And I have 6 cubes in the open concept area. This is lovely. It is my favorite. We will be burning the candle this evening as well. And so I quite enjoyed that and am enjoying it currently. And so that is all of the wax melts that I went through. I do have 2 more candles to talk to you about, because I already talked to you about the turquoise sky, which I enjoy. I finished up the guava coconut nectar from Yankee Candle. This is pretty old, even though that thing says new, 2017. I could probably burn it one more time, but it's close enough where even if I burn it one more time, I wouldn't be able to burn it for very long, I don't think. So I'm just going to stop burning it here. I'm not sure if I want to crock the rest of this or not. This is very coconutty out the gate, but I do smell that guava as well. So I haven't seen this one in a bit, but I did take a break from buying Yankee Candle for a while. I'm obviously into buying Yankee Candle again. But I did really enjoy this one. And then the last candle we did was last night, and that is the Kringle Candle Balsam Fir. So Kringle Candle and Country Candle are like the same, under the same company, right? I prefer the Country Candle Balsam Fir. The Kringle Candle Balsam Fir is slightly different. And this is the soy blend, not the 100% soy. So it is discoloring. This one to me, the Kringle Candle Balsam Fir, is a touch more woody. It's still pleasant. It is still pleasant. But I prefer the Country Candle Balsam Fir. Now, that being said, Country Candle, I believe, is changing over their formulation from paraffin to soy. And I'm wondering if that is going to make the Country Candle Balsam Fir not be available anymore, since they have the Kringle Candle Balsam Fir in soy. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping they will keep the Country Candle Balsam Fir. In the case that they didn't, I did stock up over the Christmas sale of the paraffin jars. I bought several medium-sized ones, because I will probably be melting down a few of the jars into wax melts, which will extend the life of the smell for me. But yes, I'll be interested to see what happens with the Country Candle Balsam Fir once the whole like catalog gets moved over to the soy. But yeah, if they do default to the Kringle Balsam Fir, it'll be okay, because I do still like this one, and I have several Country Candle backups right now. But I do prefer the Country Candle Balsam Fir fragrance. So this was nice, super strong. It permeated my entire house, just this one candle. Really, really enjoy the 3-wick configuration from Kringle. To me, it performs a lot better than the 2-wick canisters. So I think in the future, I will probably just stick to the 3-wick. But yes, super strong. Really enjoyed this, and will definitely be a repurchase if the Country Candle Balsam Fir gets removed or changed. But yes, I did enjoy this. So that is everything that I went through this week. You will probably start to see a lot more variety in the vendors and companies that I melt from here on out, because like I said, I have pretty much gone through all of my stash of the upcoming spring summer fragrances. I have a couple left, and like I said, they are ones that I typically don't enjoy, which is not making me want to melt them. And just with the last few weeks that I've had, I just needed some like pick-me-up fragrances, like things that I enjoy smelling. And so I decided to start diversifying this week. You'll still see a lot of Scentsy in there, just probably won't be upcoming spring summer catalog anymore. There are a few that I gravitate towards a lot, and so you'll see those, but you won't see like everything from the spring summer catalog. And even with what I had, I didn't purchase everything, and I didn't have everything in stash because there are a lot of fragrances that I don't enjoy. So like the bakery, you didn't see any of that. Woods, spice. And so yeah, it did definitely help me get through a lot of the stuff that I had from last year though. So that was really nice. I made a little bit of room in my active bars canisters. And so that was great. And yeah, as far as Scentsy news goes, like I mentioned, the spring summer catalog will go live on March 1st. So make sure that you stock up or club any of the fall winter fragrances that you want to keep and ensure to have forever, because there's no guarantees that Scentsy will bring back any of the fragrances that they have in the current fall winter catalog. With the catalog change, the NFL collection is also being retired, as well as the Valentine's Day collection. So make sure that you club those fragrances, like I said, or stock up if you are interested in those. Also, the Bring Back My Bar fragrances will go away at the end of February. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I'm really looking forward to the upcoming spring summer catalog. I have already made my last purchase from the fall winter catalog, just to stock up on a little bit more bathroom cleaner in the Blue Grotto. And I picked up a couple of Scentsy soaks just because I think during the summertime it might be nice to do some like foot soaks. It's not something that I've ever done, but I have 3 bags of Kukui and Coconut from last year. And because we don't have like a bathtub that's a nice, you know, depth in my home, and we don't do tub baths, but it might be nice to have a nice cooling foot soak over the summer. This past summer was really bad and we've lost power a lot, and I never once thought to try to like do like maybe an ice bath for my feet or something like that during the times when I couldn't have air conditioning. but that might be something to try this summer. So that's what I'm prepping for. So now I have 6 bags in total of Scentsy Soak, 3 of the Kukui and Coconut. I think I bought 2 in the Watermelon Tangerine and 1 in the Cloudberry Dreams. So it'll be nice to test out that this summer. I will be putting an order in probably in the second week of February for the new bars that I want to melt that are coming out in the spring summer catalog. So lots of exciting things happening. I've already situated my club and did that club edit and shared that with you. So if you haven't seen that and are interested to see what's in my club, definitely check out the link down in the description box below. And I think that's all I've got for this week. So let me know down in the comments below what you've clubbed. If you've done a club edit, I'd love to know, because I always enjoy seeing those. It's super interesting to see what everybody has in their clubs. What did you stock up on? If you didn't club fragrances, I'd love to know that as well. Did you make a last minute purchase for fall and winter catalog fragrances? And if nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you were here, if you could leave me a rain cloud emoji down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. And that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.